Hi everyone, Joe from Miniature Landscape Hobbies here. Sorry, it's been quite a while since I've had a video. I've been traveling this summer, and I came back to something awesome, a care package from our friends at Battlefront Miniatures. Now, this isn't a surprise. This is, well, I'm pretty sure it's the new plastic sets for the new Team Yankee, Soviet, and American Infantry, which of course has been very long awaited, because some of the infantry range is getting a little long in the tooth for Team Yankee. So there's some of the metal Americans, not a lot of detail. They're the old-fashioned metal castings, and the kind of the soft plastic Soviets, which were pretty unpopular, I think, although I didn't so much mind them, although there were a few molding issues there. This is also really fortunate because recently a lot of the content I've been covering has been Team Yankee. I've been really laying into the Team Yankee side of the hobby this summer, with my son Hastings and I working collectively on a French army, and then I've been working on a Swedish army off camera in the meantime, because I really love Team Yankee. It's probably my favorite Battlefront system. Anyways, you're not here to hear about what I've been up to. You're here to see these new plastics. So let's dive right in. Ooh, look at that. The new rifle platoon. So I asked for the Marine version because right now I'm working on Marine infantry. Plus the combination of teams you can get with the Marines works pretty well for regular Army infantry as well. And then the Soviets motor rifle platoon. We'll get into this a little more in a minute. And then down on the bottom is some band cannon howitzers for my Swedes. We won't dwell on those a whole lot. That's another project for another time. Okay, we'll start with the Soviets motor rifle platoon. One Gremlin missile team, one AGS-17 grenade launcher team, two Spigots, four AK-47 teams, and three RPG teams. So that would give you good options for making some form of BMP squad, or maybe a BTR-60 squad, maybe even a small Afghansi squad. I don't know the airborne units pretty well, but I'm pretty sure it would be the wrong uniform for them. It is pretty nice to see. Previously, a lot of these weapons upgrades you had to get from a separate package, so it's really good to see that you can get them together here. So let's take a quick look. There's your bases. It's pretty normal. One thing to say about these new plastics, of course, is that with the new Battlefront process, they are not including Army unit cards with the sets, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's all right. We can handle it. So here's our first sprue. Move the camera in a little better. See if I can fix the light. All right, so that's all infantry and machine guns. And oh, we got some RPGs on there too. They look like the non-tandem RPG heads. Of course, that's not a big deal if you want to model them. Let's take one of these guys off the sprue. Alright, that's a pretty nice piece, very nicely molded. So quality that I don't think we've seen maybe in their hard plastics at all. That's going to make them really fun to paint. And of course, it's sort of got that Battlefront sort of heroic scale rather than true scale kind of layout. But I think it's pretty good. If you hold them side by side with some of the existing plastics, the soft plastics, you can get a pretty good feeling for the fact that they have less of that chunky look that the old plastics used to have, and of course they're hard plastics, so they're a little more resilient, I think, to paint, and they're cast a little more cleanly. We'll see how they paint up in a future video. Looks like the scale's just about right. They might be a tad bit taller than the old soft plastics, but it's really hard to say without mounting it in its base, but it'll do the job nicely. Now, some of this stuff is pretty new to us here. So there's our spigots, our spigot teams, our man pads, and our grenade launcher teams. So that's very nice to have that included, and that sort of makes this unit this box set a one-stop shop for setting up a full platoon, or I guess the Soviets don't call them platoons, a company, I guess. A full company for Soviet infantry without having to buy any add-on packages for extra heavy weapons. That's really neat. I really look forward to this. Usually Soviets are my main army in Team Yankee, although I've been playing NATO more and more recently, but this will really help me build my current army. Alright, so that's that. Next up, we have the Americans, wherever they are. Alright. Again, so I said this is the rifle platoon. This isn't the army set. This is the Marines. One M16 team for the officers. 9 M249 SAW teams. 4 Dragon teams. 2 M60 GPMG teams, which is a really great option for playing the Marines because it gives you such a high rate of fire. 2 SMA teams and 1 60mm mortar team, which I believe wasn't produced before. I've been running both metal Marines for a while, and I don't think I've ever seen a model for the 60mm mortar team, so that's pretty cool. Go in here and take a look. Bases. Alright, so here we go. See if I can get them in the camera. There's a Grenadier, an M60, guy launching a law. Here's the mortar team here. There's the mortar. Down here is the loader. That's pretty neat because, like I said, those I don't think those had models before, so that's really cool. And I gotta say, these are excellent. There's another one, same sprue. Here we go. That sprue there has the dragons on it. There. And it looks like the officer on the radio, which is normal for Battlefront for depicting their officers. Yeah, and another dragon sprue there. Let's get one of these guys off the sprue. We'll compare them to the older medals. I'm not sure how old or how long the medals in the Marines and the Marine medals and the American infantry medals have been around, but I suspect for a very long time. I think we'll see some pretty profound differences. See if we can get them in the camera here. Alright, so you can see the new hard plastic. I think even if the bases were in the socket, you'd see a fairly serious difference in terms of height and size. And of course detail. I don't know if it's resolving on the camera, but you take a look at those faces compared to the medals, and it's pretty seriously good difference. So I'm really looking forward to that. They should be a lot of a vast improvement over these older medals when you get them on the table. That'll add a lot more definition and fun. So that's what we've got for now. It's a pretty straightforward video, but I thought you'd like to see how these new models work out. And I'll get these painted up fairly soon. I hope to start with painting tutorials on these infantry as early as next week. Sort of depends if life gets in the way, but at least now you have an idea of what we're dealing with, and you can see whether or not it's worth buying these new plastics over the old metals, or maybe replacing or adding to your old metals with these new plastics. And I've got to say that well, they're night and day in terms of difference, especially over the old metals. The soft plastics, maybe for the Soviets, maybe not as much, but the Americans are certainly getting a huge boost in terms of the quality of their appearance. And the new hard plastic should do away with some of the mold issues that we used to see in the softer plastics. So, just a quick video today. I'll be back next week with more regular content, painting tutorials, terrain tutorials, etc. And until then, I would like you to remember to keep building life in miniature. Thanks. See ya.